little first things first meet and greet at that casino about 40 minutes east of Indy. We'll see you there.
40 minutes east?
Well, I think that's across state line or something. I forget the name of it, but they got a great poker.
So it's not even Indiana?
I mean, I'll be there. I assume you guys will as well. But either way, if people, shake hands, kiss babies type of thing, it'll be great.
Not gonna be babies.
Can't wait to get
Can't
wait to get home.
Bring your babies
There's
to the
daycares
casino.
at the nice casinos.
I don't think that's a good thing. It's time now for the most motivational segment in all sports. Also time we read a little viewer mail. The show's only an hour, so I was a little bit nervous we wouldn't get to the letter, but Christina did go all the way to the post office, so I said, okay, let's still do it. Dear Wilds, love the show. Wow, thanks. Did you see Bruce tweet about OKC's collective wardrobe?
I did.
What's the solution? Cheers, Ryan and Brian. So I did see this. Bruce saying, I'm sorry, but OKC's crowd looks too neat in all those blue and white
t-shirts. I want y'all opinion on this. I'm right on the.
This isn't a freaking classroom. They look like a church choir. They need to look more riotous and disheveled. And if you thought he was joking,
Look at that.
I'm serious.
I'm sorry. That is too neat.
You don't.
I know teams been doing this for years.
Yeah.
But I was talking with Giannis about this earlier. I guess it's the fact that they're in different colored shirts. They got blue, they got white.
Mind when the We Believe Warrior fans.
No, when they all are gold or all are white,
but
like in Miami. I'm just saying this doesn't strike you as odd. Watching this game, I was like, it just
a little rough around the edges. You know what I mean? A little frontier spirit.
That is classic.
That would be
one of those here and there, everywhere.
Yes.
That's too orderly too.
Yes.
I want riotous. I want raucous. I'm like Madison Square Garden. Yeah. It's raucous in there.
Gotcha.
They ain't trying to fit in and look all neat. Okay. Come on.
Now I know.
If OKC drops this,
blame it on the T-shirt.
Just saying. Okay. Go to one color in the future.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Number 3, Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh, okay.
All right, Cat, it'll all be good. Everything will be fine if you just close these boys out tomorrow at Madison Square Garden. If you don't, people are going to look back at Game 5. Unless, you could go for ballistic in the next 2 games, play tremendous and still lose. That might get you some, reprieve. But if people will look back at last night, and you weren't terrible, 19-8, okay. But you got outplayed by Luke Cornett. And I get it wasn't all one-on-one and all that. But Luke Cornett, 10 points, 9 rebounds, 1 more than you, and 7 rejections. That is more than double the amount you've had in this whole series. Luke Cornett. Let me tell people about Luke Cornett.
Oh, come on.
Because, the casuals might be like, is he some Euro guy? Is he some European guy that in a few years going to be a star like Şengün or something? Like, no, he's not. Luke Cornett is American. All right? Luke Cornett went to keeping it real. Luke Cornett went to Vanderbilt. Luke Cornett was not drafted. All right?
Fire.
Luke Cornett played for the Knicks 7 and 8 years ago and could barely get off the court, off the bench. So you can't get outplayed by Luke Cornett.
Because he's American.
Y'all know I'm keeping it real. All right? And on top of that,
what?
Look at what they doing in Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
Look at what your replacement, Julius Randle's been phenomenal. Oh. He's been better than you were last year.
Man.
All right? He has in the playoffs, not the regular season, in the playoffs.
Pressure.
And so they already are in the conference finals. You got to deliver. I do believe in you, Cap. Your game is nasty. And your stats are fine this game. You guys agree with 19 and 13.
But he got in foul trouble and he seemed to get in his
and not that you don't look like you're having a 19 and 13 impact and 15% from 3. Cat, I believe in you. Go ahead and close these boys out. All right, at number 2, Dak. Dak Prescott, football schedule, NFL schedule time. Look, you're the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. You make $60 million a year. It's always pressure on you. But this year, you're coming off the bad season, 7 and 10. All right? You got a nice receiving room. Nick likes to downplay it. No. It is a night. CeeDee Lamb is great.
Yes.
And George Pickens is very good and greatly talented. All right, so you got to do you have to have a big season with these two receivers. A lot of quarterbacks would love to have those receivers. Now, Pickens is interesting because of his volatility or potential volatility. Greg broke it down yesterday. He's a guy that's not going to be as open as CD, but you said yourself he's more than a 50-50 guy. Throw him the rock. All right, even if he doesn't look like he's open, throw it to him. He'll come down with it more often than not. So that is on you. And then the schedule. We're talking about NFL because of the schedule. It's a rough one. It is a rough one. You start out with Philly, obviously. Yeah, we got Philly, Giants around, and then the Bears, and then the Packers. So the first 4 weeks, 3 of those games are losable. I think Nick thinks the Giants are pretty good. So you can't even take them lightly, obviously, as a division rival. So you got a tough start, but then weeks 12 through 17 is where it really gets tough. So you got to start off hot. Not like you did last year when you guys were healthy and you played poorly. Because at the end of the season, you got to rack up some victories. You got Philly, Kansas City, Detroit, Minnesota, the Chargers, and the Commanders, all of whom won 11 games or more last year. This is the first time, guys, in NFL history where a team has played, 6 straight games against teams that all won at least 11 games the previous season. So it's going to be tough, Dak. Look, I like you, Dak. Good luck. All right, at number 1 on this week's Bud list, Joe Burrow.
Wow.
And here's why. First of all, your ownership isn't helping you out. Last year you had the contract disputes with, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. This year now Trey Hendrickson's not happy. Your defense already is bad, and we'll see what happens with him. But it looks like it'll be another training camp with turmoil. Doesn't matter. You cannot use that as an excuse. You cannot start slowly, as has been your custom since you've been in the NFL. 1-9 in weeks 1 and 2 in his career. You haven't won a game in week 1 or 2 since 2021. That's 4 years. This is ridiculous. You're Joe Burrow. You're the Cincinnati Bengals. All right? So, look, the NFL's helping you out. You opened up at Cleveland. They won 3 games last year. They don't know what they're struggling. All right, so you got to win that. I know they've been good against you. You're only 3-5 against
Week
Cleveland.
2, look out.
But you can't do that. And then the Jaguars, they won 4 games last year. I get it. They got Trevor Lawrence. He's no longer called the Prince on this show because Nick just dropped him. And you got Travis Hunter, but still, they only won 4 games last year. Go out there and jump to a 2-0 start, and then the season can go. And look, Joe, I'm from Cincinnati.
Yeah.
So I'm with you, all right? I'm from Cincinnati. I believe in you. Go ahead and get it done, Joe Burrow.
Great Bud list.
There it is.
I'm going to throw Jordan Love on the Bud list. Yeah, he is American, so I'm not going to hold that against you.
QBs.
QBs, football players, we good.
Just making sure.
Some of these hoopers.
Okay. Well, Jordan Love. Need a lot of you, man. Look, you got your first-round receiver. You got a plethora of guys on that side of the ball that you can throw the ball to. You got one of the best running backs in all of football. You got a really good running game. Is it going to equate to wins when it matters? Last year, and I know we love to look at your overall record, and you guys were 11-6. 5 of those losses came in your own division. You were 1-5 in the division. We talk about you making the postseason. You finished 3rd in your division. You think everyone believes that the Minnesota Vikings will be the team to slip. Well, Jordan, you mentioned this. You said, you know what, I feel like I could have been a little bit better if I wasn't suffering with the injury, with getting out the pocket, using my legs. Well, 2 years ago, you rushed 50 times, 4 touchdowns, over to almost 250 yards. It was impactful. It helped the team. It kept defenses on their toes. Last year, not even half of that. And so you have to be better with your decision-making as far as throwing to your receivers, and especially when you get in the red zone. You got to be better on 3rd down. I'm putting a lot of pressure on you, Jordan, because I do believe in you. I do believe that you have what it takes to get this team over the hump and be better in your division. And then when you look at the schedule, I mean, we know what your division is going to be. You got the NFC East, which we talk about that ad nauseum, obviously, with the Commanders on the upslide, and with the reigning champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Cowboys, who knows, they'll be better, the New York Jets, and then you got the AFC North. I mean, there's no dodging any of this. You got to be at your best. You can't give away the ball to opponents and allow them other opportunities and added possessions. Jordan Love, you got to have a year. The turnovers have to go down. The passing yards, passing touchdowns, rushing yards, rushing touchdowns, all that has to go up. I don't want to hear nothing about the defense. I don't care.
Well,
Jordan Love, this is about you. You can get it done. I believe in you.
Y'all know I rock with J-Lo, but that is a tough schedule. It is. It's going to be a rough
No, that
year.
whole division's got a brutal schedule.
Yeah.
Only an hour-long show today, so unfortunately we're passing on the media ombudsman.
We're skipping that the way we skipped tiers and Mahomes or NBA player pyramid, but didn't skip the Bud list. That makes sense. Go ahead. You go, Wells.
Fortunately, we are doing. I just was told by our producer we.
We are. It's not 4:10.
It has to be quick.
It's not 4:10
I have a feeling
on Thursday,
you might get,
but
you
it is
might get
time
squeezed out of here.
for the media ombudsman. Even though
Sports
He's
media
usually
ombudsman.
long-winded
Thank you, the
with his
sports media ombudsman. I'll get right to it.
Good.
The sports media's neglect of one of its 32 franchises is going to hurt football fans this year. And that franchise I'm talking about is, of course, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Because, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the Jacksonville Jaguars have royalty at quarterback and a face of the league at receiver and corner, and now nobody's going to get to see them. Show me the